The 2020s has been an interesting time for shonen fans because with it has come an insane boom period within the shonen market. Adaptations, new manga, we have basically seen it all. Of course, this is due to manga like Bleach and One Piece having insane moments and a resurgence 20 years later, but the new manga also deserves some credit for the success. I've said it 1 million times, but despite its extreme decline in quality, Jujutsu Kaisen deserves all its flowers for getting people back into anime and manga, as there was a large, and when I say large I mean very large, dry period in manga, at least in the mainstream scene. If you know anything about life though, the inverse is always present. As we see success and prosperity, on the flip side is failure and sterility. Shonen manga in the last year or so has taken a massive hit. As I mentioned earlier, Jujutsu Kaisen was a massive commercial success and One Piece is always going strong, but outside of that, there hasn't been much innovation or manga that I would call great both commercially and narratively. Well, that's until the series Uprise Sakamoto Days and Dandadan received as long-running shonen slowly came to a close. Side note, this isn't me saying that the Dandadan manga is not worth reading. You should 100% go dive into it and even support the author, as this series is going to be one for the books. However, in this video, I'm only going to really be talking about the brilliance of its adaptation for the most part, although I will briefly mention the manga here or there for reference. The anime just kind of closed a deal for me that I thought I would never accept. Dandadan is a 2021 supernatural manga and a 2024 fall anime. At the time of this recording, the anime airs every Thursday, and the manga is currently ongoing with about 160 chapters or so. Ken is a super nerd with no sauce or pull and pretty much has been shit on by everyone both romantically and platonically. But he actually has some pretty nice hair low-key, which is a meme going on right now within the anime Twitter sphere. The author just gives this guy the cleanest fucking fades and haircuts ever, which makes you kind of question if he's a Pan-African Latino boy from New York City or if he's actually Japanese and a black guy himself. I can tell you right now that this is no white man fade as a black man. Jokes aside, while Ken is a fucking loser, Momo on the other hand is the popular pretty girl who everybody knows of, you know, the classic anime stuff. By chance or even something greater, the two end up meeting each other and we come to find out that Ken is an extreme ufologist or alien enthusiast. On the other hand, Momo is a believer in the occult, spirits, and all that Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho stuff. The catch is that while they both believed in supernatural things, neither really believes in the other's bullshit, so they make a bet to see which one of the other is lying. Well, you can probably guess where this goes because it turns out both are correct and it ends in Ken losing his fucking penis. Yes, I'm not joking. For anyone who's unfamiliar with Dandadan, the plot is actually the main character trying to get his fucking penis back, and I know this sounds incredibly stupid, but Jesus Christ, this is fucking genius, because in the 25-year boom of shonen from 1994 to 2024, who the hell is sick and twisted enough to come up with such a hilarious and genius premise? Nobody. I mean, it's just outright fucking nonsense, and that is a large part of Dandadan's charm. It isn't scared to get as bizarre as something like Gintama, and it isn't scared to be as serious as something like Hunter x Hunter. I mean, dude, hello, this guy loses his fucking dick and balls, and after some events, the two have to go on a bunch of trips fighting the occult and aliens and fucking big gigantic fucking monsters you would see in your nightmares as a child just for his shaft back. Of course, the world becomes much deeper than this and it isn't all about his penis, but leading with that is one of the best parts about Dandadan. Take a look at something like Black Clover and then Dandadan. Black Clover is about a boy who wants to rise to the top of his political world, both in physical power and of course political power, which follows something like Naruto, Bleach, blah blah blah, whatever. You've heard all that bullshit. Dandadan follows shit like Gintama or Assassination Classroom, which in my opinion are slowly fading into obscurity, at least in terms of influence. For the last 3 or 4 years, How many good comedy anime has there been that aren't fucking rom-coms? And this is coming from a rom-com fan. What happened to the shonen anime that just wanted to make you laugh purposefully? Why does everything have to be super serious and fucking theories and all this bullshit? What if I don't give a fuck if this character is coming back in chapter 567 because his star sign says so and his left testicle was shifted slightly to the left in 5 panels with 6 lines drawn and 7 dots connecting to make it... Dude, Jujutsu Kaisen fans are so fucking inebriated. Jesus Christ, get a fucking job. I just want to laugh about this guy losing his dick and balls and him getting crushed by demons and weenies and whatever. I'm not saying either approach is inherently bad because I have enjoyed both kinds of plots, but Shonen Jump, especially in a period where a new king is needed, needs more manga and anime like Dandadan. And while Dandadan makes an attempt to step away from the norm and create its own identity through a much more niche demographic, it also manages to fulfill me as a romance anime fan and an action anime fan. Dandadan has some extremely great and even gruesome combat and is never scared to get its hands dirty when it comes to this, while slowly but surely building a romance subplot between the two characters because hey, that's kind of what shonen does. Part of the plot is that Momo kind of likes Ken but doesn't outright say it and even ends up changing his fucking name to Okarun, which is why the fandom calls him this instead of Ken, and it's low-key kind of just a cooler name. I saw someone on Twitter complaining, talking about, oh boy, Dandadan has shippers now. Well, dude, yes, you're a fucking idiot. It's a male and female protagonist based story. You thought it was just gonna be like what the fuck were you expecting? What the fuck were you thinking when you asked this, when you said this on fucking Twitter? What fucking possessed you to be this much of an idiot? Dude, it's a fucking romance story, dude. Of course there's gonna be shippers. Just like there's fucking shippers for fucking, I don't know, fucking, I don't know, Our Happy Marriage, fucking Fruits Basket, whatever. Dude, you're a fucking idiot. You came on this bitch to be fucking pretentious because you thought it was funny to shit on shippers. Well, dude, here's a secret. It's 2024, almost 2025. Nobody gives a fuck about shipping. It's shipping anime characters together. Jokes aside, jokes a fucking side. Just fuck you. Go sit in the fucking corner and think about what you just said, you fucking dweeb. Dandadan is what the anime industry needed and what Shonen Jump has been looking for quite some time. Even with just 2 or 3 episodes out, Dandadan has shocked me as one of the most colorfully creative, visually stunning, and outright hilarious faithful anime adaptations I have caught in recent memory. To breathe life into a manga with infinite potential is always a blessing to see, and despite the consistent rise and fall that shonen has gone under in the last year, it makes me keep my faith in what's to come for the future. I fucking despise Netflix. I think it's one of the worst fall offs we've ever seen from a company in modern time, but, and there is a huge gigantic but, I think if you're on the fence about starting Dandadan, you should entirely pay Netflix just so the studio can get a small cut of that $12 you'd be giving them until December 20th. So yes, parlay down, bet placed, and claim made. Dandadan is so good within just 2 episodes, it has completely stolen anime of the year. And you can bet your monkey ass the manga will get a deep dive from me in the future. This is Mobby, the guy who makes anime reviews, recommendations, rants, retrospectives, you name it, I do it, and I'm signing off now. Watch Dandadan weekly. This is fucking huge. Follow me on Twitter for one of those cinnamon goldfish crackers, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.